Well, we are ready to start moving more dirt this morning. Got Todd in the dump truck. Looks like the air conditioning's blowing. I see the windshield already starting to fog up. And got the excavator here running. We're gonna take off down here and start loading dirt up here into the truck and bringing it up here to fill in this. You can kind of see this old valley right here. It's kind of deceiving on camera, but we're gonna put a bunch of dirt in here and get this filled in. Good place to waste dirt and keep digging the pond. Let's load out some dirt. Bucket does work pretty good for both loaded dirt. It's heavy, you got a heavy scoop, but it sure does load dirt pretty quickly. Plus it leaves a nice clean finish there. Up and working right along. It just makes it easier to load the truck if you're sitting up about 4 feet or so. Plus he kind of gives me something to do while he's gone. I'll sit here and cut that down a little bit, lay it out here to extend my little path. Like so. Another load of dirt heading out. I need to go fill in that stump hole right there. So we're getting almost to the end right here that we pushed up the other day. Probably another couple rows of dirt up there, and that'll be about as much dirt as I don't know. I might go put a little bit more. Then we'll start making another cut. Getting some dirt moved now. Getting into the flow of everything. thing I love about these trucks. Whatever you can possibly fit on them, they will haul it. As long as the ground will support it, whatever will fit in that bed, it'll haul it. Starting to get a little bit of a wet area right there, but it's going right on through it. Well, we got that cut made. You can see that ridge probably about 30-35 feet wide. I'm gonna go down here and start making another one. That is our water level flag, kind of curves around. So we got all the topsoil stripped out of there. Starting to get a good little amount up there. We can haul several more loads up there. Probably to about lunchtime that'll be full. And we'll start looking for another place to start dumping. Hauling ashes now. We got up to the pile of the, I guess it'd be the second burn pile, and it's in the way now, so I'm moving it up to the first one, trying to mix some dirt in with these ashes so it's not too terribly dusty. So far so good, but I'm sitting on like the main pile of ashes right now, covered in dirt, so it's probably going to get a little dusty. And when I cut out my clay on that hillside for the pond dam, I will spread all this in there and cover it up. It's my plan. Got to do the dirt shuffle. Shuffle dirt from here to there. Move it around. All of it, it'll all kind of get mixed in. I just want to get the main rooty and ashy stuff that's not going to grate out very good. That way, get all that buried in the hillside, and then when I dig this section of the pond out, I can put all that dirt over top of it and cover that up. Everything over there is going to get wasted into that hillside over there, and then covered up. I was hoping that I had this stuff buried in dirt that it would soak up some moisture. It seems to have helped some, but I still think it's going to be rather dusty. About right here, because this is about the center of the pile. We shall see. We shall see. Ain't been too bad. It's really soaked up some moisture. Still a little dusty, but not near as bad as it could be. I might have spoke too soon. Now I'm into the center of the pile. To another out here. I think I missed the stump. That felt like a stump. Got buried in the pile. I can't see anything now. Let's see what we got going on down here with the stump. Don't exactly have the right bucket on to be digging up the stump. other one. A root. No, it might have just been the tap root of one. Broke off or something. Came right out. You always think it's just going to be 4 or 5 loads. The next thing you know, you've hauled 12 loads of dirt and ashes away. It adds up. So we got that big pile of ashes moved up there to that. What I'm going to do is when I cut my dirt from my pond dam out of that hillside, I'll just take and push that back into the hole. So we are now cutting topsoil at the bottom and taking it back up there to the little valley. Fill that in. It's getting dusty. It's better than the alternative though. Last load for today. I don't know how many loads we've hauled off today. Probably, I would say probably pushing around 80 loads today. 80, yeah. I might be able to count them. So 1,600 yards or so. Not too bad. Might be more than that. I mean, we've averaged at least 10 loads an hour, and we're pushing maybe pushing close to 100 loads, because we've been getting about 10 loads an hour, and we're about on hour number 10, 9.5. When we hauled all them ashes, we were probably getting 12 or 13 an hour. So we might have moved 2,000 yards of dirt today. 1/10 of the way done. I guesstimated about 20,000 yards of dirt's got to be moved. So 10 more days like today, and we'll be on the home stretch. Oh, it's gonna take more than 10 more days, because we got to build the pond dam too. Yeah, that's how it goes. And as you can tell, this is why I had to dig all the stumps out, because I'm having to literally dig the whole entire pond. And if I had left stumps, that wouldn't have been too good. And at trying to get any depth in this pond. But it's all working out. Todd's ready to go home. I think he's had enough dump trucking for today. Last load.
Alright.
You don't sound excited about it.
Hell, I'm working on it.
My fuel gauge won't say that.
Alright then.
I know that truck's probably about out of fuel, because the gauge definitely does not work on that. And we've run it all day, and a little bit, a couple hours the day before. I don't know how much fuel it burns, but we've run the piss out of it today. Alright, let's fuel up, call it a day. Alright, just got everything fueled up. As you can tell, we made a cut from pretty much center of that. All that was out of here today, and all the topsoil ended up right here. So we'll take that and just spread that up in there and kind of soften that little valley that was there. The rest of it is going to go from pretty much the dozer to those ashes right there, all the way down that tree line, to kind of fill all that in. And then where the ashes are, we're actually going to dig a lot of that clay out of the hill right there for the pond dam, and then push all those ashes and that dirt back into the cut we made, and then top it with more topsoil at the bottom of the pond. So it's nice to have 2 or 3 feet of topsoil out there to be able to spread over everything and grade it out when we're done. So we'll get back after it tomorrow.